Hello. Welcome to another episode of Intern Top 5, where the interns of Explora talk about their 5 favorite things in any given subject. I'm Xavier, and joining me today are my co-hosts,
Shaun.
And I'm Clarissa.
Since this is the first episode of a new season, we figured we'd talk a little bit about ourselves. I'm Xavier. I'm a business major. I'm going into business administration at UNM. A fun fact about myself is I hate calzones, like with a passion. Calzones are the worst food to ever exist. Ever.
How dare you?
Ever. Anyway, Shaun, would you like to go?
Yeah, so I'm Shaun. I'm currently attending UNM with a major of liberal arts. Hopefully it'll change. About me, I like photography, so hopefully next year I'll be able to change to photography. Yes.
So I'm Clarissa. I am a biology major at New Mexico Institute of Mining and Technology, also known as New Mexico Tech. And something fun about me is I also really enjoy photography, and I have a lot of fun with voice acting and voiceover, so I'm hoping that that's something that I can also get into and practice more.
Okay. So now that introductions are done, today's topic is going to be our top 5 birthdays. So that can be favorite birthday activities, favorite birthdays from your childhood, favorite birthdays that you've gone to. So who wants to start?
Yeah.
Yeah, Clarissa.
Do you want to start?
Do you want to start?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and kick it off.
No.
So I'm going to start at the bottom of my list with number 5. I personally don't actually remember this birthday, but I hear several stories about it, and so I personally think it's extremely funny to me. Apparently, when I was around 2, I was introduced to my aunt and my uncle, and I called my uncle Uncle David, but I refused to call my aunt Aunt Hazel.
Right.
Her name was just Hazel, and that was that. And my grandma used to tell me all the time, it's really disrespectful for you not to call her Aunt Hazel. And I think out of spite, I just started calling my aunt Hazel. And that's how it's been since. And I literally don't remember the conversation happening, but she's just Hazel.
Why? Poor aunt.
I don't know.
Did you just forget the word auntie, or you just like, nah, that's not your name?
I really couldn't
like,
tell you. I just know
I don't
that
acknowledge
2-year-old
you as
me
my
was
family.
extremely upset with my grandma for trying to get me to call my aunt Aunt Hazel.
So it's really just to spite, that's it?
I think so, yeah. I
Wow.
think 2-year-old me was extremely spiteful.
Wow. Sheesh.
My number 4 is, for several years, we had my birthday parties at the Hinkle Family Fun Center in Nickel City. So there was paintball, bumper boats, bumper cars. Laser tag was my particular favorite.
But you played paintball?
Yeah, I've played paintball before.
Oh, okay.
It's not my favorite thing. It's fun until I get welts because somebody shot me point blank.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't enjoy that. But otherwise, it's pretty fun.
I
Probably
kind of want to do paintball, but I've done airsoft, and I'm pretty good at that. But paintball seems painfuler.
Painfuler.
It's definitely
Painfuler.
painful. I've also done paintball in outdoor settings before, where we're out in the woods.
Oh.
And we have teams, and we're shooting through the woods. And I was the last one on my team, and the other team's team captain saw me, walked up to me, and shot me less than a foot away from me.
Oh.
I had a welt for 2 months.
Oh, you're supposed to say hit or whatever.
Oh, that's messed up.
But I think it's fun either way.
Yeah.
My number 3 that I have to mention is the very classic "we got you a car" prank that everybody does. I don't remember which birthday it was. I think it was around 16. I got a neon pink Hot Wheels car and a random like uncut key in a box. It was like, Merry Christmas, we got you a car. It was like, cool.
Cool, thank
Thanks.
you.
Merry Christmas on your birthday.
Yeah.
Here's a blank key. We've all had that.
Did it go to anything or like just?
No, it was just a key.
Oh, car.
I've
Cool.
definitely had that. It's your birthday, here's a car.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you?
No,
What?
I got a real car.
What?
Not for my birthday, but just because I needed
I
a
had
car.
to pay for my own real car.
I did too. So
I got a car they let me use for 3 years and then basically said after that, oh, I guess you can use it and sell it if you want or keep it. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
sick. It's better than a Hot Wheel. I still have a Hot Wheel. I think I've gotten 2 Hot Wheels so far for
Two
2
Hot
birthdays.
Wheels?
No key, though. No
No
blank key from
Yeah, I got a
Lowe's.
blank key.
That's just another level of disappointment.
it's just rude.
That's a disappointment.
No.
My number 2 is when I graduated from high school. We merged my graduation party and my birthday party together. And so I was able to go to an escape room with a lot of my friends. And I really enjoy escape rooms. And I really like to do the more difficult escape rooms in
Yeah.
particular. So we did one that's called the Tomb of Nefertari. It's the hardest escape room that the New Mexico escape rooms offer.
Wow.
And it's less of an escape room in the idea that like you have to get out of the room and more of a puzzle type thing. So I think there's 14 or so different puzzles within the escape room. And
Jeez.
your goal is to go in, you found this tomb that everybody didn't think existed. Your job is to go inside, raid as much of the treasure as you can, and blow it up behind you so nobody else can get into it, because the thing is like you're criminals and you're going to sell all this on the black market.
Oh.
So you have to blow it up when you're done so nobody else can get any of it if you miss any. And so I've done that one 3 times now just because, you know, you have to go back for the vengeance round. When you miss 1 coin, you got to go get it. And so I've done this one 3 times, but it's one of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
And how difficult was it from like compared to ones you've done, considering that it was what hardest?
It's definitely the hardest one because the smaller number of people you have, the harder it becomes because you're literally not going to finish.
Oh.
Because I've done it with the full, I think it's 8 people each time I've done it. And everybody has to break it up. So each person or almost every 2 people are working on a puzzle on their own. Because there's 3 main rooms that have, give or take, 4 puzzles per room. And then once all of those are solved, you have a big puzzle that opens up something completely different, and then it drops 2 doors, and then you have 4 more puzzles. And those ones take roughly 15 minutes to solve each.
Jeez.
So you
So
all have to be like
everybody
puzzle
has
experts.
to be completely aware of what's going on and really, really aware of their time. Because if you're not aware of your time and everybody's working on one puzzle, you're never going to finish.
Yeah.
And then when you get to those main end rooms, each puzzle takes 15 minutes to solve. So you really have to break it up and say, okay, 2 people are working on one puzzle. We have to get it done. Otherwise, you won't finish.
Why don't you just like finish the puzzles faster?
Yeah, just get good. You know, we have puzzles at Explorer. Just practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish they were the same. I think the hardest one that's in the tomb is there's one that you have to feel what letters you're reading.
Oh.
And they're like upside down and they're like on a wall and you have to feel the entire thing, and then there's a big blank and you just have to like fill it in. You just have to know what the answer is.
Wow.
So that one's a little difficult because you're trying to figure out what it is. Like you think you know how to write the alphabet. You really think you do.
Right.
And then you get to the point where you're trying to feel it and you're like, I don't know what letter this is. Somebody please help me. What is this?
And so is it like letters or like that thing, like Braille?
No, it's actual letters, and then everything else in the tomb is in hieroglyphics. So you have to translate everything.
Oh.
So there's a code. There's like you have to like decode stuff.
Pretty much, yeah. It's very, very fun, but it's a lot.
No, I've done a couple escape rooms, but not to that kind of
Which
extent.
ones have you done?
I did this one where we were on the streets of like New York in like an alleyway, and we were trying to escape. It was like a medium, you know. I did this one mystery, like 50s mystery kind of thing, where you were a spy master and broke into some duchess's house or something and had to find the information. I failed that one, actually. I think that was actually for a friend's birthday. But, you know, I've passed like 2 out of like 7.
Jeez. And
I
that's
think the only one I haven't passed is called The Cabin.
Okay.
The first time I did it, I went with a large group of friends for a friend's birthday.
Yeah.
And we're very out-of-the-box thinkers. And there's now a rule that says that you need to not tamper with the props because Simon Says, which was like our hint, gave us a hint, and it was like, you should check the toilet in this house that we were in. They were like, you should check the toilet. My friend had just found a wrench, and he was like, oh, I got it. So he started unscrewing the toilet from the floor.
No.
So there's now a rule that says that you're not allowed to like mess with props in that way anymore. It was totally us.
Yeah.
so he wasn't
Screwed the
supposed to take out the toilet.
No, we were literally supposed to just like open the lid of the toilet. It was just like
Yeah.
the key was just there.
Because that makes more sense.
He
Than...
said, nah, we're taking this thing out.
You gotta get creative sometimes, okay?
Did the dude from the intercom be like, yo, no, don't do that?
No, so they didn't actually have like a speaker that they could talk to us. We just had a screen, and it would like give like a little like ding every time it gave us like a hint or a message.
Oh, gosh.
And we got like 3 or 4 dings in a row, and so we all looked up, and it was like, please don't do that. Please stop. Don't do that. Don't take the toilet apart.
Oh, my
Goodness. Like, they had to have thought about someone taking the toilet if they leave a wrench.
Not
Who
until
thinks
that
about
point.
that?
No.
tool.
Who thinks,
Not until that point they had
oh,
it.
no, the visitors are going to unscrew the toilet.
I mean,
That's not a thing you do.
well, did he lift it and look first, or just start going from the bottom up?
No,
Try
I
to
mean, he
take it
just
apart?
started like taking the bolts off to like take it off the floor.
Okay, never mind. I thought he looked in and didn't see it, and it's like, okay, next plan of action, just take out the whole toilet.
No, he had like literally just found the wrench at the same time as we got that hint. He was like, that's what the wrench is for.
Oh, so he thought it was connected.
It was
Was it a
connected.
running toilet?
No,
Oh, okay, well, that's not
it
bad.
was just a prop, but like it was
Yeah.
still like screwed into the floor and everything.
Well, it was. It screwed into the floor.
Ay. Okay. That's...
And that was your birthday?
No, that was for a friend's birthday.
Oh,
okay.
you've never done one on your own birthday?
I did the one for my like birthday and graduation, but
Oh, yeah. Okay.
and then my number 1 would be my most recent birthday. My best friend from school brought me up to Albuquerque. We went and we had sushi, and then we got gelato. So that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. It was like really simple, but at the same time, like I really, really appreciated it.
Yeah.
And then in like the little birthday bag that she gave me, she wrote all these little notes on everything. So like it was just for like a gag gift, but she got a thermometer and she was like, it might be broken because you're too hot. And, like that's just how she is, you know? And so she did that on like everything, and I really appreciated it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the little things that count in life.
Yeah.
You learn to appreciate. I've never had friends that do that. Props to you.
I thought you were going to stop it. I've never had friends.
I was like, wow, Shaun.
What are
we
friends?
not your friends? Ouch.
Wow.
Yo, you guys don't put any notes on my lunchbox. Come on.
I'll
throw
make the effort, Shaun. I'll start sticking them on your locker.
Yeah.
I always wait. Every shift, after every shift, I look to see if anyone touched it or put anything in my locker, you know, like in the movies. Never.
Like you're going to get a love letter or something.
Sometimes, bro, I just think, I'm like, man,
Check yes or
imagine-
no.
Check yes or Even then, like, I wouldn't know where to put it. Just leave it in there and let the person just get in my locker again? Do you ever think about, like, someone just going in your locker randomly and you don't know?
Not really.
Oh, me either.
Oh, yeah. No, my locker's such a mess that if anyone tried to, it would all just fall out and I would know.
A booby trap? I
Yeah, sure.
should do that. I should put booby traps.
No, it's just filled with a lot of paper and old aprons and,
Oh,
and
aprons? Plural?
Well, because we got the new aprons,
You're
right?
supposed to give them to.
I mean,
back.
I meant I did.
I'm personally attached to my old apron. I gave it back, but I'm attached. I don't like the new aprons.
You're joking. I literally sewed my own old apron, and it was special to me, with red stitch. No one else had it, because it tore, because one of the interns just ripped it off, like, because she was just being really weird. And then I had to give it up, and you guys are telling me you still have yours.
No, I don't. For reference,
I did not say that I had mine, Shaun. I don't have it.
Oh,
I have a
okay.
personal attachment to it,
Oh.
but I don't have it.
Wow.
For reference, we're talking about at Explora, we used to have full body aprons that went all the way down to like your mid thigh, and we had to trade them all in for half aprons that just go around your waist and down to your
They
thigh.
make me feel like a waitress.
Yeah, they're totally
Yep.
waitress aprons.
They're waitress.
But and we were supposed to turn in our old full body aprons, but
Yeah.
I might have forgotten to do that,
Might have
and it might be in my locker, maybe in theory.
all the rest of the junk in there.
Yeah, well, along with like bowls and plates and stuff.
Yeah, you and your entire kitchen in
I-
your locker.
Kitchen of ramen. What are you cooking?
No.
Ramen?
Okay, I keep a couple bowls, a couple plates, utensils, and cups in there in case I need to have a nice dinner or
3-course
something.
meal
Yes,
with 8 other people.
some soup and some chicken, whatever.
8-course meal of just ramen.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I have candy in the fridge.
Candy in the fridge? You put candy in the fridge?
He puts everything in the fridge.
Actually, no.
He
Now
used to put his ramen in the fridge.
now I just put everything in the freezer.
The f-
Because
You freeze everything?
Okay, the fridge it gets used a lot, right? So like, I'd have to move everything and move it back, and that's a hassle. So I just put it in the freezer because no one uses the freezer. Who puts stuff in the freezer?
Yeah. I wonder.
But me.
Yeah. Only you.
Yeah.
That freezer also smells gross, but
Yeah. You know.
yeah.
I keep CDs in there too.
Of what?
Just random music, or I think I have Home Alone 2 in there right
Why?
now. So that when people are walking by, I can be like, hey, I have something for you, and I hand them a cold Home Alone 2 CD,
Dude, that sounds cool, honestly. Okay,
Oh,
I might just start putting
and
random
then I
stuff in
walk
the
away,
freezer.
and they look confused, and it's funny.
Do you know what we should do? Keep putting stuff in there after every shift until someone finds just a pile of random stuff.
God, yeah.
That would be awesome. I'm gonna start doing it now. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not doing it.
I actually have a locker next to my locker that. Okay, well,
You have 2 lockers full of junk?
no. Okay, one of them was
Sounds
empty.
like-
And it was next to my locker. And so I filled it with, those big bubble wrap things that make the loud pop when you pop them? I filled it with those. So now when people are like gathered in the intern room, I can go and pretend like I'm going to my locker and take one out and just pop it and scare everybody. And I don't know, I find that funny.
Oh, you've done that. I remember that. You got it out of the second locker?
It's like full.
Oh my gosh.
It's a lot of little balloon things.
How many times have you been able to pull that out and just pop one?
Like 5 or 6, whatever.
That feels like I should get a pair of scissors and just pop them all
That
so
would
you
be
can't do that anymore.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah, I'm surprised you told us this.
Well,
Now we know.
we're just talking, man. And this is all allegedly too. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
This
Yeah.
isn't-
Why don't you put those in the freezer?
I have a couple in the freezer.
What do they do?
Nothing.
Do they shrink?
A little bit, because the air molecules get colder and shrink up.
Yeah,
But-
molecules and shrinky dinks.
Do you know what happens to air when it gets cold?
Yeah, balloons rise and stuff because hot air rises. So whatever
What?
rises, something has to go down, right?
No, I mean.
Is that not how that works?
What?
Help me out here, bruh.
No, okay. I'm talking on a molecular level. When things get cold, what happens?
They stop moving.
Good job. And when they stop moving,
They freeze.
they shrink.
Why? You can't just go from stop moving to shrink. Like
Because when they're moving and they're hot, right? They're moving all fast, and
Oh.
There's more
They-
space. in
Oh, they're
between
normally
all the
moving.
molecules
Yeah,
and
they're
stuff.
Oh, I thought they were
normally
normally
moving
just
all
staying
fast.
there.
No. They're normally
What's-
moving all fast, and they take up more space. But when they freeze, they stop moving and get close together, and then that's why balloons shrink in the freezer.
Oh.
Little science for you.
And so that was your number 5 birthday?
What?
So that was your number 5 birthday?
No, my number 5 birthday was. Let's see, find my list. Okay. So back in like 5th grade, we went. Me and a couple friends went to Hinkle, and kind of like yours, where we played laser tag or whatever, and we were too young to play paintball. So
What? How old do you have to be?
like,
I feel like it's 13 or 14, but don't quote me on that.
yeah, you have to
That
be.
sounds right.
You have to be older than a 5th grader.
Oh, you're 5th grader.
But we went to Hinkle. We played laser tag, and the bumper boats were fun. I can't remember if I was able to go on the go-karts yet though, because like there's the height.
That's based on height.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
height.
I don't know if I was tall enough. No,
I knew like I was tall enough for a really long time to go on them. I don't like go-karts.
What?
I have no idea. I'm fine now, but at that age, terrified.
But your car
would
now is
not.
like
Go-karts
like,
were awesome.
I would not go anywhere near those when I was younger.
like what about it though? Like the noise or like
I have no clue.
It might have maybe the smell, because like there's that
Yeah,
gasoline
it's
smell.
possible.
It kind of makes you nauseous a little bit, but
Yeah, I have a stronger nose, if you will, so a lot of things smell extremely strong to me at all times. So it's very possible that I was just like, no, not a fan.
that makes sense.
yeah.
They do stink.
No, I remember that we had we got like those cards for the arcade and stuff.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
I did that big wheel, like that fishing
Oh yeah.
wheel. Yeah. And I got the like 10,000 tickets.
What?
Nice.
I know. And stupid kid I was, I shared it with my friends,
I mean, it was
I
nice
guess.
in theory.
I guess.
Yeah,
but like I
it's stupid.
could have bought I don't know, phone or whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the
10,000
time, the
tickets a lot?
10,000 used to be a lot.
Oh my
10,000 is
gosh.
cool.
Now they're not quite so much, but
Yeah.
they used to be a ton.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Those were the days. Then my number 4, during Corona, we were stuck inside and whatnot, and me and my family, we have this projector and projector screen, so we went to the backyard and projected, I think it was Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull.
Is that the first one?
That's the 4th one.
4? I didn't even know there was that many Indiana Jones movies.
It is regarded as probably the worst one, but like,
Oh.
Why?
because I hadn't seen it, and it was, we had fun, just hanging out and watching Indiana Jones, Harrison
why-
Ford.
That's why it's the worst one?
What?
Why was it the worst one?
No, oh, Indiana. Oh,
Yes.
It's regarded as because the story, I guess, because
Oh, okay.
the whole plot is, shucks, if I can remember it. Indy he goes to like Africa or wherever, and he finds this skull. I'm gonna get yelled at later, but
And it's crystal.
yeah, he finds a crystal skull, but
Like the title.
yeah,
Oh.
and he gets chased by the bad guys and whatever, pretty standard.
The Rock? The big boulder that chases him?
That's
The bad guy.
no,
Oh.
that's the first one.
Dang it. That's the best one, right?
Yeah, that's a
Alright,
good one.
continue, sorry.
Anyway, so off of memory, he gets the crystal skull, and then he goes to prison because the bad guys put him in prison to steal the skull.
Oh.
Maybe
Well, I mean, that's one way to do it, I guess.
no.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Have you guys seen the scene where he gets in a fridge and survives a nuclear explosion?
That was Indiana Jones? I
Yeah.
do remember that scene. I didn't know what movie it was from.
Yeah, that's Crystal Skull.
Oh, I like that one. He was like in a desert though, right? Afterwards, because like everything blew up.
Yeah.
Somehow
maybe?
the fridge was just there
I
still.
don't know.
How did that fridge make it when nothing else did?
Because it was lead lined.
Oh,
Okay.
back in the old days, fridges are made out of lead.
I remember MythBusters did a test on that, and that would not have worked. But
Really?
But that was the theory
I was
behind
kind
it.
of wondering. I was like, that doesn't seem like
A nuclear
would-
explosion.
that would do anything.
Yeah. No, but yeah, it was because it was lead lined. But the movie itself is super forgettable. It's just a bad movie.
I remember that part. That part was my favorite.
Yeah.
I didn't even know the name of the title.
Yeah. But then for my number 3 birthday, so like when I was like 6, I want to say, maybe, would it have been? I don't know. That doesn't matter. But so I invited a bunch of friends over from my elementary school, and we had grass in the backyard and like a decently big backyard. So we, do you know slip and slides?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I know them? No.
Do you know what that is?
Oh, I know what they are. Yeah.
What did you think I was asking?
Like, okay, like a homemade slip and slide, like with tarp and soap, or like you bought it?
Like we bought a slip and slide.
Bro, what? You buy slip and slides?
Well,
I mean, the really
it
raunchy
was-
ones with the tarp are the best,
Sick.
though.
Yeah, honestly.
I'm
The
sure.
hose, the tarp, and a whole lot of dish soap.
Yeah, your eyes be burning though. Holy cow.
Love it when my eyes burn.
Yeah, you're just like, I'll go again. And
You
you
can't
like run into
see,
someone.
but it's fun.
Yep. I can't. Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, but we had a slip and slide set up, and then we had big tubs full of water and water guns and water balloons and stuff, and we had a whole water themed kind of thing. That was pretty fun.
You had a water day at your house?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I remember those good old water days, elementary.
I remember for water days in like elementary school and stuff, with water balloons, I could never throw it hard enough. So it should just hit somebody's face and like fall to the ground.
Yep, that was the worst, getting hit by those. I remember in some of mine, I wasn't always able to go to the water days because my parents were mean. But
Wow.
they had sometimes brought the fire truck and like the fire department and like did that like from super far away. Because obviously they're super powerful, so they
Yeah.
like go like 100 feet away, 200 feet away, and then just like blast like in the air and it's like raining. I never got to do it.
Damn. Do you think? Okay, this is gonna sound bad, but do you think if a child stood right next to the hose, you could like blast them away?
Oh, for sure. I've seen adults
Probably.
get blasted.
I mean, have you seen firefighters during their like firefighting training try to like wrangle the hose? I worked at a vet clinic that was like right next to a fire department. And I worked there in the summer when all of the like newbies were training and they were learning how to like wrangle the hose. I literally saw full grown men like crawl up on that hose like they thought they were going to tackle it really well and then tackle it. They'd grab it like this and they would just be flying with the hose, just flying.
And so their whole point is to like stay on for 8 seconds, right?
I think so. The whole point is basically like hold the hose so that it doesn't actually like fly all over the place, because in the case that you're by yourself as a firefighter, you still have to be able to hold the line.
Yeah.
There's no way.
I could do that.
There's no way.
I don't know about that.
I could do it.
Do you know any of the stats, like the numbers, like how powerful that thing is, or how many gallons per second?
Not off the top
it's a
of
lot.
my head,
Many
but I know it's a
gallons.
lot.
It's a lot.
Could probably fill a bathtub.
Yeah, probably.
At least, I would
Yeah,
hope,
yeah. Maybe like, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe a kiddie
Possible.
pool.
A kiddie pool. Yo.
Maybe. I don't know. That seems like a lot of water. I don't know.
Yeah. Fire trucks are expensive.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, if you like want to buy like a retired one, like that's $1 million.
That is a no. Those
They're
are,
expensive for who knows what reason.
if you bought a could you plug it into the whatever those pumps, whatever those are called, fire hydrants?
The pump,
That's what I'm saying. Whatever. Shut up.
the fire hydrant. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
could
pretty
you-
sure.
Would you be able to plug it into a fire hydrant and steal water?
I don't think you would be able to have it done legally.
Well, obviously.
You probably get in trouble for sure.
Definitely.
But it's probably. I think you have to have like a certain tool to take those off, right? I have no idea. I have no
eBay.
experience with those.
I mean, there's supposed to be a special wrench so that like normal people can't just
I
Yeah.
feel like,
go and
yeah,
open
so
the
then
fire
probably
I feel like I
hydrant.
could find that on like Amazon or eBay.
Yeah, but
I
back
feel
to
like
having
you'd
a
have
fire truck.
better luck with eBay.
Yeah.
I would want to own a fire truck. People think it's like, why would you own a fire truck, dude? It's a fire truck.
It's a fire truck.
That's like elementary me. That's my dream. I wanted to be a fire truck.
Are you gonna have a fireman's hat too when you
Ew,
when you
no.
drive it?
I have a
I
Dalmatian.
gotta get one of those little like plastic
Yeah.
hated
fireman
those.
helmets.
What's wrong with
Oh my
those?
gosh! Every day, like we had those police or firemen, like we would like look in their vehicles and stuff. Did you ever have that? And they would come and like drive on your field. They would always get that stupid little badge sticker and the plastic hat.
Yeah.
Every time. I hated it.
Why
I didn't like
did you
wearing
hate
the
it?
sticker on my clothes, so one time I put the police badge on the firefighting helmet, and I was like, yeah.
Did it fit?
I mean, you could put it on it. It's
Yeah,
just a sticker.
A
It's a
police
sticker.
fire.
I
Okay.
put the
Oh, yeah.
sticker badge on the helmet, and I was
think-
like, this is good.
I think I hated them because I would always forget to take them off, and when I did laundry, just be like a little black like sticky
Oh.
stuff residue.
Yeah.
I was bad at that, and then my mom didn't like it, so.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So your slip and slide story.
Your firefighter dreams.
Fighting dreams.
So my number 2, I had a Star Wars themed birthday at one point. I couldn't tell you when, but
Oh,
but we went to a park and invited some people from my school or whatever, and we had a bunch of Star Wars themed snacks. I don't remember what they were off the top of my head, but like, you know, there was green soda and it was like Yoda soda or whatever.
Yoda soda.
Nice.
Wow.
You know, stupid names like that. And then we had a piñata shaped like the Death Star
Ooh.
that I personally made. You know, I was pretty proud.
Wow.
Took flour and water and glue and covered a balloon or whatever, and I painted it
Nice.
like gray and then with the black lines. It looked kind of stupid, but you know, it's okay. I was whatever. And then we had, what was really cool was the pool noodle lightsabers.
Ooh, okay. Those are
Yeah.
sick. Yep.
Now we covered the bottoms in like duct tape or whatever and cut them in half and fought. That was pretty awesome.
That's funny. I still have, I don't know if my parents did the same thing with my other siblings for their birthday, but we definitely have 2 of those laying around, like
Yeah.
with duct tape. And randomly, my dad and brother would just get in fights with them until my dog tore them up. Well,
Damn.
they're like usable, but like chunks are missing.
No, yeah, my dogs did the same thing. they like eating pool noodles.
They're like eating.
Dogs like eating a lot of stuff they should not eat.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Because it's there. Why
Like
not?
kids, you know, that's like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah,
can I
they-
fit this in my mouth?
Yeah, putting
I
stuff in
mean,
their
kids
mouth.
do that to like explore when they're little, though. That's their way of like exploring the world around them.
Well,
So dogs aren't exploring?
But
Well,
I don't
they-
know what dogs are doing. 'cause
They, you know, use their senses, smell and taste and biting.
I had a friend's dog.
Biting is a-
anytime I went over, used to steal my socks. Clean, dirty, didn't matter. All socks. And then it used to stick everybody's socks in like one pile in their bed. Just all the socks. And it was like, if you'd wake up and your socks were missing, it was like, okay, let's go find Stella and the socks.
Oh my
The
gosh.
sock fairy came in the middle of the night. God.
Ew, socks are gross.
What are you wearing right now?
Shoes.
Oh, yeah?
Unless they look cool, okay? Cool socks that look cool, they're just like those white ones with the gray toes.
That's why you got to get
disgusting.
fun socks.
I do have fun socks,
I
but
feel
like
attacked.
I said that just because I know you have them, Xavier.
Damn. No. Yeah, fun socks are fun. I wear fun long socks when I wear suits, though.
So dress socks.
Well, no. Like, and any long socks really function as dress socks.
No, dress socks are thin. They're thin and normally like a silky material.
Well, yeah, like proper dress socks, sure, but
Yeah.
But you can use pretty much any long socks as dress socks.
I mean, I guess so. I only wear long socks, so.
You should wear more suits.
No, I don't own. Oh, I do. I own some cool dress clothes, but for what?
Because suits are awesome. Suits are cool.
All right, we'll do
So Xavier's dream job is
We'll
to
do a
just...
podcast in suits.
Okay, I kind of
So
want to...
we want to have a podcast in business casual.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm doing
We
that
could
next
talk about like stonks and stuff,
Stonks.
and marketing and
Ah, yes, NFTs.
yes,
The price of gold went up last week, and
gold. Is it really going up?
I think so. From what I understand, gold is a pretty safe bet to invest in because it's pretty much just going up.
Do you know what I heard? This
Don't-
is gonna be crazy.
Don't take that as sound advice, though.
No. But what I heard is turquoise. We actually ran out in New Mexico. Like
We
they
ran
mined it all
of
out,
turquoise?
and now we're getting it from Arizona.
I wonder if that's true.
I don't know. I went to Mama's Minerals, which is like a little like mineral store, right, like
Yeah.
across, like Explora, and yeah, I was in line and some lady was like, "Why is it so expensive?" She's like, "Well, get it from Arizona because we mined it all."
Can I sell turquoise now?
Sell turquoise? Oh, I bet.
Right.
It'll
You'd
be
probably
like,
get a fair amount of
Yeah.
money
More
for it.
yeah, you probably can.
I wish I had turquoise.
Yeah, I don't have turquoise. I never liked turquoise as a mineral. It's just so like New
is
Mexico.
turquoise the one that turns your fingers green or something? Or is that copper? Or
That's
something?
copper. Yeah, turquoise is
okay.
a mineral. Copper is a metal.
Okay, yeah.
They normally put copper and turquoise. Turquoise. They normally put copper and turquoise together, like in jewelry.
Right.
But yeah.
And I know a lot of the like older jewelry does it just because the coating that they're covered in wears off. And then so you get like the bare metal, which isn't actually like polished enough to, I guess, be directly in contact with your skin.
Huh.
Hmm.
I don't know. Wearing jewelry is weird. I don't know. I can't. It feels constricting.
Really? I
Especially-
only wear it because I like to fidget. I
Yeah.
fidget a lot, so
Yeah.
it helps me.
Yeah.
Like a watch, I just mess with it or something.
If I ever have a ring, I'll slide it to like the end of my finger and then I'll just sit there and I'll spin it.
Yeah,
I'm
spinning
like,
rings.
That's nice.
I think I had a spinning ring for a while, and it like seized up. It stopped like spinning.
Like a bearing kind of thing?
No, it's like a literal ring that like would spin. Like during like COVID and like when people were like restricted to staying in their house and stuff,
Right.
people would just get anxious and like fidget toys and all that became a big thing, and then like fidget rings were a big thing, and then the whole dudes wearing rings and stuff became another thing, and so they kind of
How did
Put 'em
fidget
together.
spinners not come back?
come back. I have no idea. I hope
I
they
feel
don't.
like part of it could be they're like a little bit dangerous if they're not actually manufactured properly. They'll lose the little ball
What?
bearings that are inside, and then they can injure people.
I've had a lot of cheap ones,
How?
and they've never like fallen
injure
apart
Because
that
I know
much.
that they've done that for like a few of them when they were first like really popular. All of the like overprotective parents were like, "No, you can't have them. They hurt kids."
How do they hurt you?
They
'Cause
made
they
some
would like
dangerous ones.
break, and the ball bearings would just go like shooting off at people, and they'd be like little BBs basically.
There's no
Oh.
way. That's
I
absurd.
don't understand how that would work
Yeah.
because they have the.
They're so strong.
Yeah, I don't
it's-
really know how it happened, but apparently it happened.
They use those bearings for like skateboards, and when you're trashing a skateboard and stomping on it and doing tricks, they don't even break like that.
Yeah,
that
no, yeah,
easily.
exactly.
When you're spinning it, it's gonna shoot a BB. And
Maybe if it was like a
Hurt.
plastic bearing.
sounds like a Karen to me.
Sounds
You're
like
not wrong.
a fake story or something.
But I do see how they are dangerous when they spin fast. All those things hurt, especially when they like make them like metal and pointy. They even make ones with knives. Like, why would you have two folding knives at the end of a thing that spins in your hand?
Yeah, that seems
come
like a
up
bad idea.
And it's
there.
real. People
Yeah.
come up with that. Or lighters. It's like, oh yeah, let me just burn my hand.
It could also be because a lot of like public school systems, at least,
Oh, they
like
didn't
APS?
like them. Yeah.
Oh.
banned them all.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I know that they did it in my middle school when it was like first really popular to have like the fidget toys.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah.
They banned it there, and I was in band. Like I was in my band class, and there was like a saxophone player down the line from me who just kept like spinning it anytime that my band director like was talking and we weren't like actively playing. And My band director was wonderful, but he had a little bit of a temper if you didn't listen. And so he walked over, grabbed it, threw it so hard he dented the wall.
Oh my gosh.
Like he threw it up in the corner and like towards the ceiling and he dented the wall.
That's insane. That was kind of over the top.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, and then my number one birthday was my most recent birthday, where me and a couple of friends went to the park and just had like Sonic or something. You know.
Sonic?
Yeah, we just chilled and ate Sonic burgers or whatever.
It's the
That's
really
cool.
peaceful birthdays that are
Yeah.
really nice.
Those are
Exactly.
cool.
Yeah, little picnic kind of thing. So Shaun,
Yes, now it is my turn.
it's your turn.
I think on the number 5 spot as a kid, I think almost every birthday until I was 10. I can't remember the exact age. I'm bad at numbers. But until I was 10, they were all Spider-Man themed or Superman themed. And like, or even Marvel just in it all before it was crazy.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
now it's like
yeah.
really popular mainstream. But it was always like Spider-Man and Superman. Sometimes, I think there was one time it was Hulk. I don't know why.
Hulk theme.
But I loved having like those pinatas where it was like shaped like his face or something. I don't know why. I didn't hate the guy. I just like liked having those. And it was always at my grandma's house is when I remember the most because I used to have this little tricycle I would ride around on the little patio that we had. Or like my birthdays were normally there in that one spot like for like almost 10 years straight, not gonna lie.
Right.
And then like so after that it just not anymore. I don't have like birthday like parties really. That's when I feel like those was prime, like, you know, you have some family and cousins and all the other kids and you're getting presents and all this crazy stuff. So it's crazy how all that changed so quickly. It's kind of sad.
It's a little sad.
But yeah, it was Spider-Man. I loved him. I
Yeah.
never got to have like those cool encounters with like an actor or something or like someone even pretending to be Spider-Man. That would have been so awesome.
Never hired him or whatever.
Nope.
You seem like you would have liked, you know, those popsicles with the
Yeah.
character's face on them.
Yes.
That they sell in like the
Yes.
ice cream trucks and they always look a little wonky and their like
Oh
eyes are
my
gumballs.
They
gosh.
always look a little dumb, but like.
Yeah, there was that trend going around who can find the most perfect or like funny looking SpongeBob like eyeball placement or something. People like would rate them like some would be worth money or something.
What?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Like however like perfect the eyeballs were centered was like I guess people would buy them. I don't know.
I feel like the only way you could preserve it is if you like dipped it in like resin or something.
Yeah.
Ooh, would it? I think it'll still get warm in there, so
It
it'll
would
still
still
melt.
get warm.
So you just have to keep it freezing cold the whole time.
You'd have to.
Stop the molecules from moving.
you'd
Yeah, I
have
don't
to
really know how you would do
Dip it
that,
in.
but
You'd have to soak it in resin for.
Maybe just take a
don't know.
picture of it. Like
Sell it like an NFT.
yeah, NFT. But yeah, so there's that. I love Spider-Man. Number 4. I don't know. I always have these very traumatizing experiences as a kid, like for birthdays, even if it was mine or anyone else's. But like with the piñata, you know, you hit it, the candy comes out. You know, I love destroying things. Oh my gosh, I was a kid that loved tearing apart my toys. They would not
Violence,
last
okay.
a week. It really wasn't violent. It was like I want to take this apart and see what it is in the inside, and then like have a screw at the end or something, and that's extra. And I'm like, dang, well, I don't know where this goes, so I'm just gonna break it all. I love like crashing cars, but besides that matter, I always hated like reaching for the candy after it exploded. Like all the kids would just go and rush, and they were just like monsters, and I would just like stand there by my mom, like
Too scared.
you're like,
I would just cry, and, like be so afraid.
cry.
I really would. I didn't like
Aw.
kids. I really
Yeah.
didn't. And it's crazy how now I do. It's like different, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But when I did that, I think I would have like my mom or something get some for me. I would just have like a handful, and I'd just be like super sad. It was traumatizing.
No, you gotta rush in there so you can get the good candy. You know?
I know. I learned that. I think it took a few years for me to get like to do that and not be so afraid.
Yeah.
And then it turned out like to the point where you don't even have piñatas. So it's like, well, I'm gonna go to the store and buy my own candy. You know?
Yeah. Once you get a job, you can feel like an adult and buy your own.
Yeah, as a kid, I was like, man, imagine buying my own Snickers without my mom being mad and having the money for it.
Yeah.
And now I can, and I don't because I gotta save money for
Trying to
taxes and
save
car
money and
rent and like what?
trying to eat healthy and
Oh, eating healthy. Imagine. Number 3, I think there was one time where I don't know if it was my birthday or someone else's, but we were having like a pool party at my like dad's house, and there was this kid I didn't know. You know, there's a point where you remember figures, but you don't know who they were. And I was running around the pool, and he was there, and I was like, oh, that would be a good idea. Let me just push him in. You know,
no.
it would be fine. I didn't think anything, and I pushed him in, and like I don't know what happened after that. I think I got in a lot of trouble. Someone ran in and got him out, and after that, it was just like, oh my gosh, no one trusted me by a pool.
That poor person.
I'm pretty sure I
He
did.
can't swim anymore.
I know.
Oh my God.
There was a fear of going to pools. He's convinced anybody there is just gonna push him in.
Oh, imagine if I meet that guy and if he's still alive. If I meet him like
He's
in
probably
the future.
drowned, actually. No.
Xavier.
No, I think he was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got pulled out. It was just like those things you don't think about as a kid. You just do it. And
Yeah.
It's like, well, why did I get in trouble? I don't know what I did. But yeah, there's that one. 2, I think my second. This one is kind of crazy. I think there was a point at like I think 12. I think 12. Like, is that where like your birthdays kind of get like boring? As a reminded. So at number 2 spot is at 12. I think that birthday it was like super boring. You know, I had no friends. I really didn't have know a lot of people in middle school.
Oh.
So I think we just stayed home, and ever since the 12th birthday and up, I would just stay home, just be like my immediate family, and we would they would let me pick the cake. You know, that was my thing. Pick the cake and get like some presents. And that was just normal. I thought everyone had that.
Yeah.
And then like going to high school and realizing, dang, people have parties and they invite all their friends. And that was hard for me because I moved a lot of schools. I moved schools so much. So it's hard to like maintain relationships. And so there was that. But yeah, now that's just what I do. And then number 1, I would say when that same car story, it wasn't that messed up, but when I think I turned 18. Yeah, I turned 18. That's like the age, you know. I was like afraid of 18. I was like, what if this car I've been using, they give to me? Or like, what if I get a new car? You know, you have those dreams of like telling your parents, ooh, that car's so cool. For the longest time, like 2 months prior, I was telling my dad, yo, do you know this car is really cool? And I was telling him about it. I was like, study it. And then he would just like not give any 2 cents. I was like, okay, he's probably like keeping it in so he doesn't blow his cover or something. He's keeping it a secret.
Oh.
And I would tell my sister, and she was looking for cars too, even though she was like 2 years younger than me. I was like, no, you can't look for cars. It's gonna be my birthday. They're gonna like get you one. And then she was like telling me like, yeah, here's where to look. And I was like, okay, I'll look there. And I looked for a few months. And I was like, yeah, this is not gonna happen. And then come my birthday, it was like October 20th. And I turned 18. We were all sitting down. I was like super nervous, you know, playing it cool. Like, oh, there's some gifts on the table. Let me just not look at them for a while, you know, talk to people. Oh, it's time to open gifts. Okay, so I opened them. You know, there was this little like box, and it was like this shape, like shape of like glass container, like eyeglasses. I opened it. There was actually a car in it, and I was like, and my sister just said, yeah, I know how you turned 18, you know, all 18-year-olds want a car, and there you go. And I was like, oh my gosh. And that just ruined the mood. And I was like, just trying to keep a smile the whole time, you know, you have to keep that like awkward, like, oh yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. And so I just did that for the rest, and then I just almost cried in my room. I was just like, dang, I'm never getting a car.
Damn.
You know, but I have to be grateful, because I was still using one at the time, technically.
Yeah.
But it was just like a family car. But yeah, that's my stuff.
Yeah.
Final question, just as a wrapping up. How do you guys feel about having happy birthday sung to you?
Oh.
Like, what do you do in those situations?
that's
Because as far as
weird.
I'm concerned,
Oh,
it is
that's
the most
weird.
awkward thing on the planet when you just have to sit there and just kind of like,
Okay, honorable
Thanks.
mention. Actually, this is a funny story. One time I went to my friend's birthday. We went to Chili's, and I went to the restroom. And when I came back, all the workers were standing there, and I was like, oh, I wonder if they're gonna sing happy birthday to her. And then they started singing, and they were looking at me the whole time. I was like, yo, she's over there. And then they like like let me blow out some candle or something with like cake.
no.
And I was like, oh no. I turned red. They were recording me and my friends.
No.
They got me good. I was like so red and
Yeah.
just shaking, and I just like was so mad at them. It was terrible.
Was it actually your birthday?
It wasn't. It was the other girl. It was her birthday. The girl that it was like we went for like dinner.
Mm-hmm.
It was hers.
Damn, that's
And they acted like children the whole time. Literally the birthday like balloon that she got, my friend, it like floated to the top. And then like the worker was like, well, that's not coming down.
that's there for now.
Yep, it's there forever. And so that was terrible.
Jesus.
We
I
did
hate singing
something
birthdays.
kind of similar to that for my friend Emmeline. When it was her birthday, we went to like, I think we went to like Red Robin or something.
Yum.
And she got there after we did. And so when we first got there, we were like, okay, so it's her birthday and we want you to make it as embarrassing as possible.
Oh
And so like our waiter kept coming over and he kept checking on us and like looking at us like, now, right? And so we waited until we were almost done and he got every single worker, cook, manager, everybody that worked there on the floor in front of our table. And then he went around the entire restaurant like encouraging people to sing with us, and they were singing like a really obnoxious version of it, and they were just like clapping, and like she was just there like, I don't want to be here anymore.
Oh
She slid
my
under the
gosh.
table the longer it went on. She was just like, nope, I don't want to be here.
Wow.
Did you guys do like an encore? You know.
No, and then they brought her like dessert, and she was like, thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Oh, I could not take that. I would explode. It literally was, I would just, there's no way.
I would love
Embarrassing.
that actually.
Oh,
Really?
you would.
Yeah, I thrive on awkward situations.
What?
Sheesh. Birthdays, singing happy birthday and shit.
Yeah, singing it to people too, it's like super weird.
No. Oh yeah, singing is definitely weird.
Singing it is weird too.
Because then you're just looking at them as they look at their cake and
Yeah.
try not to make eye contact.
Especially when you're a little bit younger and you still have a voice crack.
Have you voice cracked while singing?
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no controlling it, bro. You know this.
Not really.
Okay, sorry I didn't have control over my voice cracks.
As me. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
awesome and
You can control voice cracks and molecules and freeze them.
that I can.
Oh my god.
No.
I think that was the shriek.
No. Yeah, is that any final business or? Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for joining us for today's episode of Intern Top 5. Be sure to let us know. What? Hold on. Wait, what? This is poorly written.
Let us
Okay.
know what your top 5 list would be down in the comments below or on any of our social medias, which are XStudioNM or ExploraNM on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter.
And we're on YouTube too, right? Yeah, we have a YouTube.
What's the YouTube name?
What's the YouTube name?
Yeah.
Probably
I think it's the same thing.
Explora.
Explora
Or-
NM?
I think it's
Studio or
Explora,
something. Okay.
something like that.
Well, thank you for joining us, and we hope you come back for next time.